stamping and crafting friends. Welcome to Melissa's Crafting Treehouse. Today I've got a simple fun fold card for you that features the Pretty Perennials stamp set and the Paper Blooms Designer Series paper. This Designer Series paper is a celebration item, so you can get it for free with a qualifying order in my online store. This is also one of my club and free card kit projects, so you can get the pieces and parts to make this project with a qualifying order. For details about my free card kit program, make sure to check out the link in the video description below. And I'm going to start with doing some scoring on my cardstock. I've got a piece of 4 1/4 by 11 inch Night of Navy cardstock, and I'm going to score it at 1 1/4, 4 and 6 3/4 inches. And now after I do my scoring, I'm going to want to fold and burnish aggressively so that my card stays flat. And I'm going to start with a valley fold, a mountain fold, and then a valley fold. And as you can see, I'm going over my folded edges multiple times with my bone folder, again to make sure that it will lay somewhat flat. And now I've got some pieces for the inside. I'm going to go ahead and attach those pieces, and I have adhesive on the back sides already. Now the white panel will serve as a place to write a note in the card. And you may want to stamp some images on the edge of that piece. If you want to do that, you'll obviously want to stamp them before you attach it and not after. Now you also may want to stamp on that seaside spray panel as well. I did end up stamping on mine after the fact, and I just used masking with some post-it notes to do it, as you'll see me do later. Now I'm going to get started with my stamping with a piece of soft seafoam cardstock, and I'm going to be stamping on 2 of these with my soft seafoam ink. And I'm just using this little image right here from the Pretty Perennials set, and I'm just creating a bit of a background for some added texture. And this piece is just going to get attached on the inside to give me my fun pattern of colors. And I have stamped a second soft seafoam piece for the outside panel. Now all I need to do is stamp my focal piece, which is going to be my sentiment and some images from the set. I'm going to start with my Night of Navy ink for the happy image, and I'm going to stamp it right in the middle. And then I'm going to use this other image, You Make Me, to go right on top of the happy. And for that one I'm going to use Old Olive ink, and I'm just going to nest it right on top of the big sentiment. Now there's lots of fun options for sentiments you can use on this set. You can do You Make Me Happy like I just did, or Happy Birthday, or Happy for You, sending lots of happy. It's just a very happy set. Now I'm going to use some Seaside Spray to stamp some images around my sentiment. And I'm going to use my soft seafoam for some leaves. Now I'm going to stop right there, but I could add some additional images if I wanted to. Here's another version I did where I added this other image to the center of my flowers to add a little bit of Night of Navy. And then I also added some petal pink to brighten it up a bit. Now the colors you use will in part depend on what colors show up on the side of your card. And as you can see, I've done the Happy Birthday on this one and You Make Me Happy, which are just 2 of the options of how you can use the sentiments in this set. And I'm just going to add my sentiment to the front of my card. I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals, and I just want them to be on this far left side of my piece. So I've put 2 on this edge, and just gauging my spacing to make sure it doesn't hang off this edge. Got to test that out, and it's showing a little bit. Got to bring that one in just a bit. Now after I finished up this step and looked at my card, I felt like that inside Seaside Spray panel was a little bit naked. So I decided to go ahead and stamp on it. So I've taken some large post-it notes and I'm going to mask along each of the edges and stamp some of those large flowers with the same color just to get a tone-on-tone effect on that single panel. So I'm just stamping the first few images and moving my post-it notes, and you'll notice when I did this image right here, I didn't get a full image, and that's because I had dimensionals on the sentiment piece on the front, which I didn't anticipate. So I went over it a second time to try to fill it in. It didn't quite work, but I just went with it anyway. So in an ideal world, if you want to stamp that panel, you'll want to do it before you assemble the card instead of the way I'm doing it here. So when I close up my card and lay it flat on the table, you can see it sort of wants to pop up. So I'm burnishing my folds again with my bone folder, just trying to get that crease nice and crisp in all the places where there are creases. Now to finish up my card, I'm going to punch some flowers using my little bloom punch. And now I'm just going to curl up each of my little flowers with my bone folder to give them some dimension. I'm going to lay them out to see where I want them positioned. And then I'll go ahead and attach them with glue dots. And last but not least, I'm going to add a rhinestone to the center of each of the flowers. And my card is all done. Now I like to call this card an M fold for obvious reasons. It looks like an M, and of course for my name. As a reminder, this is a club and free card kit project. To get free card kits, all you have to do is place a qualifying order in my online store. Plus, first-time customers get all 3 kits regardless of the order size. To learn more about how you can get free card kits, check out the link in the video description below. I hope you enjoyed my project today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for spending some time with me today, and happy crafting!